Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Brunch with Blake. And today we're going to do a simple, savory, roasted turkey tenderloin cacciatore. Now, I know most of you have probably had chicken cacciatore, so it's the same thing. Today we're going to slow cook this Jennie-O savory roast turkey breast tenderloin, and to that we're going to add some sweet peppers. And what I have are fresh sweet peppers, so I'm going to dice them up. I'm going to also dice up one onion. I am using 2 teaspoons of minced garlic and also 2 14-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. Now you can use any brand, you can add, herbs, garlic, whatever. But I'm going to use just no salt added petite diced tomatoes. I'm going to not dice up, but just kind of slice the turkey tenderloin before I put it in the crock pot, and it is going to cook on low for about 5 hours. And then I'm going to serve it over some angel hair pasta. So let's begin dicing up the sweet peppers, the onions, and then we will slice the turkey and get that all in the crock pot for this Saturday or Sunday family meal. It's about to be September, school is starting, and you want something quick and easy that you can prepare. And Jennie-O turkey tenderloin is the best thing going if you want something quick and easy in the crock pot. So let's get started. Before we get started dicing up the sweet peppers, I wanted to mention that there is one ingredient that is perfect in chicken or turkey cacciatore, and that is mushrooms. But I got home from church and I checked my pantry, and guess what? No mushrooms. So I did not feel like running out, so this is going to be a cacciatore without mushrooms, but feel free to add mushrooms as well. So let's get chopping. Now you can dice these peppers. I really like slicing them, but you can dice them if you prefer. I just like the rings of sweet peppers. And I love that these come in a pack and they're really colorful, so it's going to make our cacciatore look really colorful. So I cut the peppers, I guess about 4 or 5, and now I'm going to dice the onion. And if you remember what I said about onions, if you leave them in the refrigerator and when you're ready to cut them, put it on the stove, turn on your exhaust fan, there'll be no tears. Remember, that's Tony's tips for no tears cutting of onions. So that's going to be next. We're going to put this aside. We're going to get another chopping board, and we're going to get the onion chopped over top of the stove. Okay, again, this is on top of the stove. Of course, the burners are off. And I am just slicing these. Again, you can chop them, you can dice them, but I prefer a thinly sliced onion, again, under the blower, because I have the speed on high. I can turn it down a little bit so you can hear me. But the great thing about this is if you have the exhaust, it actually takes the fumes from the onion so that you will have no tears. So take your time. I think I've told you guys before that I'm left-handed, right dominant. So sometimes cutting is a bit tricky for me because I use my left hand, but my right hand is more dominant, so I'm just going to be very, very careful. And this is actually one of those knives I've seen on TV. I think I picked it up from Walmart, but I kind of like it. I just have to be very careful. So the onions are being diced. I'm going to add those with the peppers, the 2 cans of petite tomatoes, and then the 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Next, we're going to cut up the turkey tenderloin to get that all ready for the crock pot. One thing that I meant to mention is on my cutting board I put a piece of parchment paper. You can use parchment paper or wax paper or whatever, because I don't like raw meat, and that's what's in there, raw meat, to touch my cooking board, even though I, sterilize it and all of that. This is actually 2 pieces here that comes in that pack. So what we're going to do, we're just going to cut thick slices, almost like chicken cacciatore. Be very careful, but it is very, very tender even before it's cooked. So I'm going to take each side, because there's 2 sides in here, and I'm going to cut it into 4 pieces, because that will give my family each 2 pieces each. Okay, so each one is going to be sliced into 4. Okay, get that started there. Okay, so I cut the turkey tenderloin into 4 slices on each half, so that we have 8 slices. And to that, I'm going to add the peppers. I'm going to put them in the crock pot with the peppers, the onion, and the garlic. And then I'm going to top it with the 2 cans of diced tomatoes. And so let's get that in the crock pot, so that when my sons come home from work and my hubby gets home from visiting relatives, dinner will be ready. I also wanted to mention that if you wanted to coat your crock pot with a little olive oil, what I like to use is a paper towel and just put a little olive oil and rub about around the inside. Some people like to use those plastic cooking bags. Those are good as well, but I'm just going to use a little rubbed on olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, in my crock pot. So let's get all our ingredients in, starting with the turkey tenderloins. Then we will top it with the onions, the peppers, the garlic, and then pour the tomatoes right on top. Cover it, and we're going to cook it for approximately 5 hours slow, 3 hours on high. So, and when we finish, again, I'm going to either top that with, use that as a topping over angel hair pasta. You can use any type of pasta, and if you like rice, use rice as well. So this is a quick and easy way to make a Sunday meal, midweek meal, or weekend meal, now that the summer is fading away and it's time to get back into the routine. So this is a great meal to prepare, so that you don't have to worry, because it's homework and chores and games and all that other good things that come with getting back to school. So again, this is Antoinette Blake of DEDivaDeals.com, and thank you for spending just a few minutes with me today. And once this is all done, we will show you the end result. If you'd like to add a little bit more seasoning, a salt or pepper, I prefer something like a basil. You can add basil or a parsley. Any type of Italian seasoning, you can just sprinkle that right on top. And then cover it. I'm going to put a little parsley. And I think I'm also going to add a little basil. We have plenty of garlic in there, garlic and onion. So you can add those 2 and then turn it on high. Again, depending on your crock pot. I'm going to put mine on high, and I'm going to let it cook for, let's say, you want to make sure that the turkey is done. So I'm going to say cook on high for 4 hours and cook on low for 6 hours. And then you'll be ready to enjoy your turkey cacciatore topped over some angel hair pasta, rice, or whatever pasta that you and your family enjoy. Again, this is Antoinette Blake, the DEDivaDeals.com, the Delaware blogger. You can find me on Twitter at AMBDE, on Facebook at DEDivaDeals.com, also on Instagram, Snapchat, and all over the World Wide Web. So until the next time, I'll show you the end of this dish, and then we'll be on to something else. Enjoy your day. Stay blessed, and don't forget, thumbs up this video. See you soon. Here we are, our finished product. This is our turkey cacciatore made with Jennie-O turkey tenderloin. and it looks absolutely scrumptious. It's time to get my mini men fed. Again, this is Antoinette Blake, the Delaware blogger of DEDivaDeals.com, fashion and fun after 50, and lots of food. Don't forget, thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you really soon. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.